Democrat, press release comes out on something that's processy, and you guys are asking me about it in this top race in the country. It's just ridiculous.
Well,
can we talk about economic opportunity?
Do you know if any of your staff is getting their health care through the ACA?
Dennis, can we please talk about the things that matter to most voters instead of repeating the Arizona Democrat Party press releases? I mean, this is
It wasn't a press release from the party.
This is ridiculous, honestly. Do you have anything to talk about, like the caravan?
Wow. She doesn't think that health care matters to most Americans. She's running for governor or for senator in Arizona, and she doesn't think that matters to people in Arizona. In fact, Republicans have been lying. We've been talking about it all this week, and this isn't even political opinion. It's an objective fact. Republicans have been trying to kill pre-existing conditions for several years. They've been voting against Obamacare, about 50, 60 times in the House. And now they don't want to answer the questions. They're flip-flopping, they're lying, and they're going back to this caravan thing.
Begging to talk about it.
They want to talk about a caravan now.
So let's do it.
Let's talk about a caravan. This caravan, and I'm sorry to go a little bit to the side. I could talk about Boston Red Sox baseball, and God knows I certainly will, probably pretty soon. But this caravan that Donald Trump keeps talking about, that Fox News keeps talking about, that people on the right keep talking about as some last-ditch, desperate, sad, pathetic effort to, again, use white people, non-white people, to try to scare white people into voting for Republicans. It's over 1,000 miles away. It's not going to be here for at least a month. Maybe if they go Tijuana, the safer route, it may not be here for months. Here's Mark Herding. He said caravan is 1,000 miles away, at least a month away, but midterms are 12 days away, and deploying federal troops instead of activating the guards tells me a lot. Well, it tells us all a lot, Mark. That's a great perception. Willie, James Mattis, the Secretary of Defense, is so concerned about this caravan that we are sending troops to the border. Let me repeat that again.
Yeah.
We are sending troops to the border because of this urgent national emergency. I only hope, though, Willie, they go there stocked with two things. One, Halloween candy, and two, Thanksgiving turkeys. Because Halloween and Thanksgiving and the beginning of December, the start of Christmas season, will all begin before the migrants even come close to the border, if they even get there. In April, when we heard this was happening, and oh my God, it's horrible, an invasion, they ended up arresting 12 people that tried to cross the border. But did you see yesterday, while pipe bombs were being sent to secretaries of states and presidents and everything, did you see yesterday that the head of the Department of Homeland Security wasn't concerned about public officials getting pipe bombs? She instead went down, and it was sort of this Top Gun moment where it went down to the border.
It looks so cool.
To talk about the urgency of this migrant crisis, which again, I remind you, it's not coming for months, if it comes at all.
But, Joe, it gets worse from there. Not only are we talking about the caravan as though, not we, but is the president talking about the caravan like it's some imminent crisis, he's now talking inside the White House about shutting down the border to migrants, the southern border, effectively shutting down the border. Now, whether or not he'll actually do that, I don't know.
No.
But what he's saying to his voters is, hey, this is how bad this is. This is how seriously I'm taking it. I'm sending troops to the border, and I'm considering shutting it down. I don't think he's actually going to shut down the border. We'll see. Maybe he will. But I think this is a ploy, and on November the 7th, Joe, I think the issue of the caravan will mysteriously evaporate from the president's mind and from the front pages of the papers.
And from Fox News, they're doing it around the clock. And you look at the tweets of people, Michael Steele, that we both know and we both like and we both used to respect, and they're tweeting about the imminent invasion, showing mobs of, hold on, mobs of what? Mobs of non-white people. The others. The others are coming to get us. We got to send troops to the border. We got to close the border. Jesus, help it. What? Wait, what? They're over 1,000 miles away, and they, what? Wait,
There's some babies.
wait, they may not be here until December. Wait, hold on, what?
Well,
Only 12? Only 12 tried to cross the border last time when this was in the... Well, wait,
Let's
Michael.
see.
It's almost as if these Republicans don't want to talk about health care
right.
because they're lying about it. They don't want to. They want to distract people from Donald Trump's hatred rhetoric. So they want to talk about, we saw in that clip, that sad, pathetic clip of somebody saying Arizona voters don't care about health care. They don't care about pre-existing conditions. Instead, they only care about a caravan that ain't coming for a couple of months. It's over 1,000 miles away. But we got to go down in our Top Gun glasses and sit on the border and look
But they
tough.
look so cool.
They did look cool. I
Yeah.
got to give them that. You got to give them
Stylish.
that. They look very cool on the border.
Yeah.
Well, what I noticed from that graphic just now is that the top two things that have the most direct impact on the American people at 23% are health care and the president. Immigration, number 7. But it's the hype machine. This is the gin up the base machine. This is the pivot from Kavanaugh to sort of wrap around and complete the effort to get the base to come out, to sustain that that energy, that you know, I'm ready to go and vote for the president. And remember, the president is putting himself on the ballot, and yet in the same breath will say, well, if this doesn't work, it's not my fault. Well, you can't have it both ways. This is either about you or it isn't. And if you're telling it's about you by telling candidates, tell your voters to vote for me as well, then yeah, all of this is about you, and all of this is on you. And you're right, Joe. On November 7th, the idea of this massive influx of immigrants. Oh, and don't forget the pesky little Middle Easterners who happen to be tucked neatly within that group of migrants coming across the border. All of that becomes what? No, we didn't say it was going to happen right now. We just wanted to let people know it could happen, or they'll be here soon, and the work will be done.
It's coming. It's coming. And all before the election. I mean, seriously, talking about sending troops to the border.
No.
When you've got a couple of months lead time, and sending out the head of DHS secretary to the border, when you actually have pipe bombs being sent to 2 former presidents, a former Secretary of State, a former CIA
the head
director.
of Homeland Security.
I mean, head of Homeland Security. How sad, how pathetic, how predictable. I just got to say, Mika, though, let's forget about public officials saying, I just want to talk to you, my friends at home, because you all are my friends, and I know you know that, and I feel a special closeness to you. I want to protect you today. If for some reason one of your friends or relatives sends you something on Facebook or Twitter or an email and wants you to send it along to somebody talking about the imminent invasion of this caravan, please, don't do it. Just step away from your laptop. Step away from the kitchen blender and any other kitchen appliances that may do you or your extremities any harm. And just walk outside and take a deep breath, look up at the sun, and thank Jesus that he actually gave us a brain where we can actually use our own minds. Because they are lying to you, because they don't want you to know that they've cut tons and tons and tons of taxes for Donald Trump's richest friends. And they're bragging about it. Donald Trump's bragging about it to his friends at Mar-a-Lago. I made you all really rich. And they're taking away your health care. They don't want you to know that. You see, Democrats can't do this. They can't say this because apparently they're too dumb to say this in a national campaign ad. So let me help them. They're doing this caravan nonsense because they've cut taxes for the richest people on the planet. Not the 1%, the 0.1%. And Donald Trump, after he did it, flew down to Mar-a-Lago on his big old jet. And he sat around the table with billionaire friends and said, I just made you all a lot of money today. And then guess what? Then they went after your health care. And Mitch McConnell said they're coming after your Social Security and your Medicare to pay for the tax cuts for the rich. Now, that's what's happening in your life.
Yeah.
Whether you're in Georgia or Central Florida or whether you're in Iowa, wherever you are, that's what's happening in your life. And they don't want you to know that. So guess what they're doing? They're talking about brown people that are coming and they're going to take over your towns because they think you are stupid.
Yeah.
I know you're not. I know you're smart enough to protect your children. I know you're smart enough to protect your mother. I'm sure a lot of you, like me, you have a mom that has challenges or a dad that may have dementia that depends on Medicaid to take care of them. You need health care to take care of your young children with pre-existing conditions. Well, Republicans, they've been spending the past couple years taking that away from you, trying to take it away from you, desperately trying to take it away from you. And they've been doing it because they cut taxes for the richest multinational corporations and Donald Trump's richest friends, and for Donald Trump's own family. Now, you don't have to believe me. If you don't have a Google machine in your living room, go next door.
Yeah.
Ask them if you can borrow their Google machine and look it up. And by the way, since your neighbors might tell you, oh, there's fake news, why don't you look up the information, like, from government websites and see what's happening? And check out that national debt while you're at it, because there's still money from your children and your grandchildren as well to do what Donald Trump said, give tax cuts to all of his richest friends at Mar-a-Lago and his family. Now, I know you're not dumb, and if I can get a praise Jesus that you're smart enough to look into this on your own, I'm so grateful and thankful this Friday morning that you will do that. But Mika,
Yeah.
we will not be distracted from the truth out there that brown people are not coming to invade America, that this is all about Republicans that don't want to talk about the fact that they've gutted people's health care. And they don't have to face that truth over the next. So it's all about distraction. You know that how I say James Carville says, look at the bird over there, look at the bird.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's happening, except now it's Republicans doing it instead of Democrats.
It's all about distraction, and it has such a racist twist to it that it's quite tragic. With Secretary Nielsen along the border there, standing there, leading apparently Fox News, their broadcasts with a reporter standing on the border as well. I know Shep won't do that, so you watch Fox, you might want to watch Shep Smith's show. He will lead with the news and not play this game with the presidency. But some people might want to alert Secretary Nielsen to the terrorist attack on our democracy that transpired over the past 48 hours. Some people might want to alert the head of the Department of Homeland Security about attack on our homeland. Someone might want to let her know she could take off her Ray-Bans and head on back to Washington and maybe do something more productive than push more lies and mislead the American people. We're supposed to be in Boca this morning, but it's at a whole new level, and we figured we'd stick to the news now. We were excited about talking about the run-up to the midterms and meeting with voters.
Maybe we can go there next week.
We'll
I'd
try.
like to go there next week.
We'll try.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.